Also, the other problem is, depending on where it could be instant death for us when we actually get there.
Well,
if it's being built in space or underwater, we're fucked.
Does Mildred have good?
So I thought about going for
the
Joker, but then that could be the same thing.
Quick question: does Mildred have avatar form, chaos form, demon form, all that stuff?
I don't think I have everything I need for that.
Super awkward.
Yeah.
Mildred, this is what happens when you don't study courtly etiquette.
So it could be the same thing going for Joker, but then we did think we could still use the same plan and go to the bottom of the Maelstrom to find out what's going on down there, because we do think it's a place of interest. We also surmised it could be somewhere that one of his soul bits could be being kept, because it's obviously water-based and guarded by water things. And then if there is a gate down there, we could check that out. But again, we don't know where it leads, so it could be instant death if we go through it. If it indeed leads to, say, outer space, which is where the Joker was when we last saw him.
Just as a quick FYI, whenever I give you normal normal gates that it's like clear that you're expected to go through, I try to play fair and not have like a fucking sawmill waiting for you on the other side type thing. But if you're going through bad guys' gates, then this obviously they may not be as understanding as me. Just FYI. Mm-hmm. There could literally be the blender dimension on the other side.
We're not exactly sure though that it is a bad guy's gate.
The gate underwater, guarded by giant mutated sharks, you mean? That one?
Well, no, there's water around it with giant mutated sharks in it. Doesn't necessarily mean the gate itself is a fucking bad guy gate.
Sure, okay.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, if we'd found this without knowing any of this stuff, would we have necessarily said, it's a bad guy gate? No, we might just be like, it's a really obscure fucking gate to get to.
I'm pretty sure you just said, or it may not have been bad guy gate at one time, and then the bad guy found it and said, this will be my new home. Let us install the meat blender on the other side.
Yeah.
So you said that the Joker is in MMO land, down in the water?
No, he was heading towards that maelstrom when we first looked through the eyes of Poochie. He was heading in that general direction. He could have even veered off and gone to the giants or gone to the desert. He was just heading in that general direction. That's all we knew. We just got a glimpse. He could have gone anywhere. But the direction he was generally heading was towards that maelstrom, and there's nothing else really past that. But he could have veered off. But then, like I said, much later, when it took weeks and weeks to even get to that fucking point, when we went back to then check to see through the eyes, he wasn't in MMO land. Well, we didn't recognize that as MMO land in any way. So he could have waited there for a bit and then moved on.
There you go. Take a card, Matt. He could have chose him sitting around with a deck of cards and a hat for a whole week. Guess they don't like me. See, if you had flying birds and shit from the heavy... Is everybody eating now? Nice. Matt, put some food in your face. Good.
Here's one I made earlier. And a spoon.
Perfect. All right. So, yeah. If you had... what the hell are you eating, Yana? Is that healthy? Better not be fucking healthy. Okay.
It's some sort of fish on bread.
Fish on bread.
Yes.
Fish bread.
My mom brought it to me like a minute ago.
That's nice.
It is. I was surprised. She doesn't do that normally. I don't know what happened.
She's trying to lure Matt and Chris to come visit you in Czech Republic.
I would check it for poison.
Mm.
The sleeping kind, just so she can come into your room when you're sleeping
And
and
arrange everything.
That'd be fucking great.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. The planning time. And if you're watching this and thinking about eating at home, you may as fucking well. So.
About that time.
All right, so I'm gonna go over to the mirror. Mirror on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say what we need is someone who's crying. Oh, fuck.
Tell me, in MMO land, what is the Joker up to? Hold on, I'm looking for it.
You're coming in more softly than normal, Chris.
He's eating his mic this one.
Sorry, I'll get hard for you, Logan.
Thank you.
I try.
Cool.
Bumble.
That's a nice. All right. I'm not going to pull a fumble card. Things happen.
At least he knows. We know he's looking for it. Oh.
It's a good try, Chris.
You know.
Damn good try.
I actually don't think that's necessarily a massively bad thing. I kind of like the fact that, you know, I kind of want him to know we are looking for him. Might mean that he actually fucking comes to us for once and it's fucking easy to get around flying fucking dog. Should have been mine. Poochie! Right. So, ideas. Brainstorming time, people. What shall we do? Now, there's also the whole Sandman. Who was there when we questioned you? It wasn't you, was it, Doc? No, it was. Okay, so you already know that stuff. Because we got the old Ottoman Empire. But again,
I got the most groans off of that one.
apart from going to his lair. Which I don't know if that's a good
Wait,
idea.
did Yana hear about that place?
The Blue Mage has an army of otters that do his bidding, and they are part of the Ottoman Empire.
Why?
Exactly.
I thought the PCs were gonna fucking find a way through the computer screen to kill me.
So tempted to book a flight to Ukraine at that point. Don't care if they wouldn't let me in.
I see them telling the air people why, and they're like, "That's fair. Go ahead. Go ahead."
I gotta kill this American guy.
I
Come
would
on
start
in.
holding up my Amazon card, my Amazon ID. Diplomatic immunity.
That may work someday. Wouldn't surprise
I
me.
actually do have a letter. That if I get pulled over and it's like after hours and they harass me, I just can show them that saying, look, I'm an essential worker. And they're like, oh, sorry, go on.
I just have my ID. I'm like, I work for the fucking airport. Leave me alone. Do you think I want to go to work? No. Yeah.
Right? Everyone complaining like, oh, we have to work. Like,
Those are the same people who, if they're stuck at home for 2 months, bitch about being at home. There's one bitch either way.
Right? I mean, I would instantly start playing a MMO. I'd be like, all right, time for an MMO.
I got time for that shit now.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more of this brainstorming.
Well,
Well,
generally what you do is you have a bunch of people sitting around.
Go to our head.
That part is covered.
Okay.
Which one?
I kind of feel like
this
there
is
was...
this is the part in the session where it kind of putters until it dies. It's like watching a heavily wounded animal bleed out.
We're dealing with a lot of crazy fucking big shit going on that's very obscure and hard to kind of track down. So, what else do you want?
I am happy that you guys are thinking of planning.
Yeah. Plus eating.
I meditate and try to contact Janus inside me just because that's always a good thing to do.
You're coming in
point.
soft again.
We haven't gone back to Janus for a while.
There's another can of worms you can open. Okay. Give me a 6th sense danger sense, Yana.
Wow. As the whole building blows up.
That'd be fucking awesome. You guys just hear, surprise, bitch. Right, Yana, you are being watched every moment of every day, spied upon. All your actions are being weighed, balanced, cataloged, recorded. And if you're talking, you might turn off your mic somehow.
You went from being quiet to non-existent. Oh no, it's the effects of Janus.
Yes, you feel muted somehow. You suspect that she's onto you. She has stolen your voice.
So, Yana, we've got a small idea or small thing we could try out.
Okay.
It's a good way to make some forward progression, Matt. I agree with that part.
It is true. We want to try and find out what the trigger is for the Sandman.
Oh, okay.
There is something that basically happens that makes him come into existence.
Interesting.
So, it's normally, I think it's something...
Well, we have to go to Burlington.
Yeah. Well, not standard, but...
For sure. Yeah.
Which in itself is a bit of a problem.
No. 2.0.
Well, no. Yeah, but we can't... Probably best not to use Clems. So we can shadow walk there, we just can't shadow walk out.
Before we do that, so my Janus thing revealed that we are watched and nothing else.
Oh, no, not we. You.
Me.
You.
I.
You.
I mean, they might be seeing the errors as periphery, but
Yeah.
you are definitely being watched.
Did I kind of felt where she is?
No.
No.
Does she hate you now?
No, she loves me too much.
Okay. Well,
It's the same as hate.
I say we just go for a nice long walk.
Yeah.
And
If
we'll shadow walk to...
That's Chris's old saying there.
We'll shadow walk to Burlington 2.0 and try this stuff out.
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to use Clems, or at least go by and see how he's doing?
No,
Do you two know about the Clems now?
I read
Yep.
it somewhere.
You know it's a random thing now, so it's...
Yeah.
No.
So it's like
Nope.
saying we want to go to the Loggerus and ended up somewhere dying.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, we will take a long walk, shadow walk to Burlington 2.0, Logan, not original.
So let me get this straight. You're going to make a 2-day journey.
Yeah.
You gonna bring anything special, or just try to find water en route using your massive survival skills? Or, I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna die, but you'll definitely arrive very weak and need some recoup time.
We get horses.
Horses would definitely help out, although I don't know if anybody actually knows how to ride.
I don't.
See? See, she has not been bothering to work on that since season 1.
I need to work on too many things, okay?
That
There's
is the
fucking
beauty.
etiquette that people want me to be damn on farm.
Isn't this the perfect time to work on it?
Not really. Well, if you
When else are you going to work on it?
never.
Exactly.
True, no.
This is going to be fun.
Oh no.
If you have a problem, I will lead your horse.
Okay. We'll try. We'll
I've done
try
it.
then.
I've done it before.
Okay.
So, where do you want to get the? You're in the furry western. So, assuming that Chris has wandered off, right? So Doc has gone off to get something or take a shit or something. So you go out. You do you have any? They want money for the horses for some reason. It's not the embassy because the embassy doesn't keep horses. You have to go to a stable in town. So the two people who don't carry money show up at the stables going, "We need 3 horses." And they go, "We can sell you 3 horses." And you're like, "Sell?" And they're like, "Yeah. You need tack, harness, and feed bags and grain and stuff. And do you want an extra horse for carrying provisions? Is it going to be a long trip or just around town?" Apparently horses have lots of stuff to... Well, actually, Kinley's a very experienced horse rider. Just give me a horse riding roll, Kinley, to know what would be good to take.
No idea.
Horses. You just want horses, maybe with saddles on them.
Can't. No money. Right.
You can try to trade something for the horses.
Oh, Kinley, give me a luck roll. Just fail it. Just fail me a luck roll. Just fail it.
Never.
All I want is a little fail. God damn it. All right. Oh,
It's
God
by
damn
half,
it.
actually, with
Okay,
my
fine.
112.
Fine.
Luck roll. Well, 2 days provisions.
Carrying 2 days of water is tricky, but okay.
Not for me.
Good point. Pack Mule Kinley. Right. You have the Patsy Pack from the Knights of the Round Table Monty Python version.
Yep.
Right. Yana.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you were to get Kinley to do it, because he is a good carpenter, he could actually build you a platform on top of his giant backpack he's wearing, and you could sit up there, and you'd be really tall up there. You'd be like probably 3 meters up, just sitting on the pack, and like with little handles to hold on to, and possibly like a little riding crop or something to direct him or whatever, if you wanted to. I'm just saying that would save you days of walking.
Are you trying to get back to the Thunderdome?
I mean, that would make you master and him blaster. Oh. That's from another movie you've never seen.
What a name. If they only know what the blaster now means in this day and age, they probably wouldn't have named that character that.
Is blaster an English nickname?
No, but it's a sexual connotation, isn't it?
What is it in English? Sexual
blasting, master blaster.
Oh, fingering. It's a fingering thing. I did not know that.
I'm the master blaster.
I'll tell you, the most disturbing thing that I've ever seen in a movie was some woman talking to a guy like the morning after they'd had sex, and she's like, "I haven't been fucked like that since I was in elementary school." I was like, "What?"
Oh no!
Wow.
Yeah, the guy was like, Oh, good. Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if she was a boy and she was talking about Catholic school, it would be more understandable and socially acceptable. But
Yeah.
Right. We go on our long walk.
Yada, do you want to make him make you a thing that you can ride upon him to save your
Yes,
feet?
please.
All right.
Give me a carpentry roll.
Just in time for Chris to get back.
Yep. If you can pull it up. Okay, I will set the scene for him when he gets back. Blurry Doc, do you have a good set of walking shoes?
Walking shoes?
Yes.
Hold up. Why aren't we riding horses?
Apparently, the horse's idea has been given up on. You notice that Kinley has the Patsy pack on, and it's like the big tall pack that goes up way higher than his head, and then perched on top of it, and there's like these four big wooden spike things that come out, and holding onto those is Mildred, who has got some sort of comfortable seat up there and a riding crop in her hand.
I don't know if he's frozen or he's just...
Apparently, your ass gets to walk or something.
We had no money for horses.
I mean, you could still go get a horse if you wanted to, Chris, to save walking for a couple of days, but apparently Mildred has found her mount.
Like, okay. Let's go.
Right. Who is doing the primary shadow walking here?
I don't mind doing it unless anyone is especially good at it.
Mildred, have you ever seen the old black and white movies where there's some lady riding an elephant and it's kind of the gentle swaying and stuff?
Yeah.
That's you. That's what you're doing, except it's less black and white than those movies.
All right, do you want to go to support?
You're thinking if you had a pith helmet, actually they can't support you.
Oh, all right.
You're thinking if you had a pith helmet, that would be great. Okay, you guys, after a couple days of walking, he has taken you guys to some weird mushroom place, and you see these like people that have like dandelion things for hair, and they're all like looking out of their houses and stuff, and wondering who in the fuck you guys are.
I got reroll.
Okay.
Still nothing.
Same exact scene at a 90. Right. And they're like, give me dandelion-headed people rolls for language.
Fucking shit. Fucking Danny had fucking fumble.
Fumble.
Fuck
They're
you.
like, let us kill the one who's carrying the other one.
I'll kill you all.
Roll your dandelion-headed talk to say that in dandelion head. Fulton, what you heard them say, yes, you have new language, is, look, travelers from a different dimension, or they are very old people. Hello, old people.
How goes? We're just going to continue on. Thank you very much for not eating us.
Roll to say all that nice and smooth like that. Yeah, and with the 2-second delay, it's extra fun.
Thanks for not eating us.
Well, you know,
All right.
I want to deep fry your bitch asses and have you as an appetizer.
So,
Nice.
who wants to try it now? Because clearly Kinley is lacking the mojo, and you guys are running out of provisions and whatnot. The last of the fresh water is being used by Mildred in order to clean her socks. They were making her feet feel funky. He tries to slap you, but you're way the fuck up on this.
Oh,
try
God
next.
damn it.
Water continues raining down on your head.
I fail.
All right. Now, give me a luck roll there, Doc. Right. It's the exact same scene, except
130.
everybody is made from corn cobs. And they're like, huh. They tell you. Mildred, it looks like it's up to you to get this shit show back on the road. Only you can prevent forest fires, and by that I mean the one Doc's going to set to burn down the world.
Mm.
Can you jostle the tree, Mac? This is not rolling.
Yep, give me a second. Let me.
Oh, there you go. It's just gone. Fucking hell. I got my survival for trying to gather more food and water as we go.
No problem. You've picked some things that you thought were apples, but they're actually made from corn cobs that are like little corns and stuff everywhere. It tastes like corn. Everything tastes like corn.
Excellent.
In fact, the bugs are made from like corn. Everything's corn.
Good job eating their children.
That
Mildred,
tastes so good.
it's up to you to save them from the corn people who may discover this atrocity. You have to make your shadow walking general in order to take them out of here to somewhere better. Otherwise, you may... the sun's beginning to come up. It's a giant corn cob. Let up.
Hate you so much.
Failed.
You guys decide to live among the corn cob people for the rest of your days.
Let's live amongst these people and make our future be their future.
It's new days, so can I try again, please?
I'm gonna pop you, says one of them to you, Kinley.
Shut up! Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, you guys have proven too inept to even adventure.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Right.
Just wanna
You
get
guys are...
fucking Burlington.
somebody give me another survival roll to keep from going into the starving to death thing as Kinley leads you around. Okay. Kinley's good at surviving. You guys are currently in the land of the beetle people. He managed to get one of the balls of shit that they were pushing, and he discovered it is edible, but it doesn't taste good. The beetle people are rather impressed with your lack of roundness, although they do try to push you uphill with their horns.
Fucking, I try again after more days spent just fucking wandering around aimlessly. You bitch. Fucking hell.
At last, you guys have managed to break the cycle of failure that has haunted you for so many weeks. You feel as though months, maybe, possibly years. Unfortunately, you've frustrated Doc Fulton so much that he assumes a certain hunch and refuses to move after that.
He does.
All right, you guys eventually come in through Western Burlington. You remember this place. It's awesome. It's so awesome because it's not made of corn or shit.
Nice.
Yes.
We go to the
You go through a light forest.
bed and breakfast.
You go past the turnaround area, through West Main Street with the big spooky trees that are all overhanging the road. Past West Main Street, that you see the dance hall off to one side, the graveyard on the other. The Doc refuses to acknowledge you, continuing to hunch his shoulders and stare forward straight ahead in a fixed manner. And eventually, you come to Main Street, and it has all the businesses that you've come to know and loathe. And then you go over to the bed and breakfast. And you go in, and right, Yana, You become very alarmed when he starts going into the bed and breakfast because the fucking ceiling thing is coming right at your face.
Stop.
Would you like to
Stop.
begin hitting him with the stick thing that you have, the riding crop? Right.
I'll stop.
Okay, I climb down.
All right, no problem. If you can make a climb roll, you don't step on his face unless you want to. If you fail the climb roll, you definitely step on his face.
Tempting.
It's all right. It happens. Well, what the? Someone else? Oh my god, there's two of them! It's so scary.
It is absolutely terrifying to see multiple Chris's. Ooh, this one looks a little sharper than the last blurry Chris who insisted on staring straight ahead and not talking to you for so long did.
It was very creepy, Chris. You were literally stuck in a position where you were like that. And we're like, what's going on? He's broken.
I moved it into my narration as well and told them how you wouldn't talk to them or acknowledge their presence in any way because you're so angry among the wildebeests of the Serengeti.
Right, I dumped the pack. We go inside.
No.
All right. Did you step on his face or no, Yana? You had a choice.
I didn't.
Ah. All right. No problem. You guys dumped the giant, mostly empty now because all the food's long gone, and head on in.
All right. Go up to my room quickly.
Sure. No problem. Hi. Welcome to the bed and breakfast. Will you folks be? Will you be staying tonight?
Yes.
Always.
All right.
See if I can get Freddy into more trouble. Damn it.
Damn. I thought you were going to turn into Freddy, come downstairs, and just start cutting wild. All right. You're back in Burlington, waiting to say the magic word or phrase or whatever you think is causing this.
I take them upstairs. I go, right.
Right, he comes over, he picks up the woman with no name, carries her upstairs. Come back, pick up Doc, carry him upstairs. They're both upstairs now, looking at you like, what?
I'm going to recreate what I normally do. Multiple times I've done this, and at some point, the Sandman appears. So first thing I do is I strip naked, I get in my bed, I wake up, I go, whiskey! I run downstairs.
You hear screaming from downstairs.
There's the screaming.
I'll just imagine guests like this. Okay.
Right, this is where you need to come down and start talking to me.
I come down.
He's sitting there naked drinking alcohol at the breakfast table. There's no breakfast at the breakfast table, though.
I also drink something.
All right. Or do you want to get naked too so you can sit around and drink naked, or are you okay? All right.
I do the old-fashioned drinking closed.
Everyone just be mindful of what they say and do before, if you hear the car horn going, instantly try and think what the last thing you said and did. Because that could be the trigger, okay?
Wow, landlord did not get the hint.
Well,
I will still stay here because it would cost more to rebuy this shit.
And I was like, you'll pay now.
You pay now.
So we can start by saying some choice words. So the simplest would be Sandman. No. Blue Mage. No. Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Okay. I take another drink of whiskey. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's a 54 drink of whiskey I make. All right.
Right. The doc is once again hunched over. He stares straight ahead and refuses to. Oh wait, he's moving. Never mind. Roadhouse. Yeah, I'll let you know if he shows up, but until then, do whatever you want.
I know. That's why we're testing. This is the testing phase.
I love that you guys are into testing.
I know for sure at least twice he's turned up when we've just been sitting here talking about stuff. So I think it's a trigger word. I'm not sure if it could still be something we actively did, but
Give me a memory roll at a quarter, Matt. Yes. It shows all the conversations simultaneously replaying in your head. It shows the trigger word is whiskey.
I knew it. Yeah, too much walking. It's clouded my mind.
You guys can definitely use a good night's sleep. The guy is like comforting his wife, who is acting like she's never seen a naked man sitting at her table before. She seems to have gone into hysterics. He yells at you for a while and then takes her in the back room to comfort her.
So what could it possibly be, people think? What?
Dream?
Oh.
No.
Good one.
Janice.
We've even sung. Ooh, that's a nice one. We've even
singing
the Sandman song.
That's what I.
Yeah.
That's why I said dream. I thought maybe that would be the trigger. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm not saying that it is or is not anything that you guys are saying it is. I already know the trigger, so enjoy. It'll piss you off when you find it, though, Chris. And I don't want you to fly into a rage, but it is simple.
I don't think we talked about anything that I saw him.
Colburn killed a bunch of people a couple of times. That seemed to come when that happened.
Or when he was talking about his axe or killing people.
Or even did something out of the ordinary to maybe someone of the populace here. I go into the back room, I slap the lady in the face.
Oh my God.
It shows the guy staring with horror at your cock. He's like, it's like a baby's arm holding an apple. It's moving. And it's got a whiskey label around it.
I said, that didn't work.
When you slap her, she's like, oh, thank you, I'm much better now, because apparently in the old days, that's how they would cure any mental illness.
Yeah, I'm glad. Well done. Get that breakfast going.
Breakfast? Are you this early?
What time is it?
3 p.m.
Oh. That's a weird thing. Well, there you go. I mean, it's normally when we first wake up. Well, it's not always, but it's...
I was going to say, if you guys want to cut too, I'll start you off in the morning.
No, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's simple as that.
Okay.
I know he's come in at other times of the day.
Yes.
I know it's not a time thing.
Nope.
Okay. So it's an action. Or...
Is it an action? You slap the guy with your cock. That's not it. Damn it.
I don't suppose it's to do with the grandfather clock, is it?
See how many dick jokes we get into the campaign, Yana? Feel free to make your own.
What about the grandfather clock? Is the grandfather clock still here?
You don't know. You were really paying attention to carrying those guys. You know, back when you had clothes on.
I go and look for the grandfather clock.
Right. Naked guy stampedes by you there, Doc Fulton. Right. Yeah, you go upstairs. Yes, grandfather clock is here, but it's the misty thing. It's like all made of smoke and shit.
I look at it.
It is looked at.
I attempt. Right, here we go. Let's try this thing. This is not going to go well, but we'll try it anyway.
Doc, give me a Sixth Sense Danger Sense roll.
What's he doing?
Give me a Sixth Sense Danger Sense roll. You don't know, Doc. You're sitting downstairs at the table. Being charged by being all naked and shit.
I'm trying to look at the clock with my.
Shush,
Unfortunately,
you're
I
not
made
there.
it.
Right, you're worried that the naked guy with the whiskey bottle who charged by may be getting ready to do something bad that could possibly tear apart space and time.
No, it's not that
I pull
bad.
out my card of the embassy and I get ready to.
Given 2 minutes, you'll be ready to go. You just need a 2-minute head start from time and space ripping apart, and you're good.
I just try and look at the clock with my cock. No, with my eyesight.
Yana, you're sitting there. The doc has pulled out a trump card, and he's like glancing around.
Is it ×2 here, Logan?
I'm ready to catch him, so he pulls me through.
Got it. She maneuvers into position to be ready to grab you so that you may not escape her evil clutches. Let me look here real quick. No, it's ×3.
Ooh. Try harder. No, this is going to be the hard one. No.
Use your reverse dice. Oh wait, you're out of reverse dice anyway, aren't you?
No.
Oh, that was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah. I haven't even used one of them yet. I go back downstairs. Clock's still there.
And he still has no clothing on.
Are you gonna get dressed?
Well, I've nearly always been naked when he turned up, so that's why I'm staying this way.
We were all closed when we encountered him.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go get my... Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention what I'm wearing.
Nothing right now.
I go back up and put my cow armor on.
Okay. He has the most ridiculous set of... Have you seen the cow armor before, Yana?
No.
Oh, let me show you a picture. This will be awesome. You will love it. Love it. Here we go. Just that area there. And move map. Okay, the helmet, you see how big those horns are? And the shoes, lovely high-heeled cow shoes. And then it's Kerbolite leather armor, but that's the pattern that it is, okay?
Oh no.
Yeah, it is fucking amazing. And what's worse is moving silently is pretty much out because he's always clip-clopping, and sometimes the armor itself goes mrrr. You have no idea why.
It's special.
Congratulations to this amazing piece of thing.
Shit.
Nice.
I think it'd be awesome to fucking get Mildred to wear a set of this someday.
No.
You can become a cowgirl.
It's mood-tastic.
Something in me isn't really happy with Moo Girl.
Moo girl.
I run back downstairs.
Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. Mrrr, clip clop. And he comes in. Ta-da!
Oh, it could be like those terrible picture things on the demon boxes where you have to do it 3 times. Sandman, Sandman, Sandman. No.
Actually, when he says that, let's see. Does Mildred know pop culture and stuff?
Little bit. Something.
All right. Well, actually, both Mildred and Chris roll 1990s pop culture. I don't expect you guys to make it, but it may trigger something deep within your minds. Matt, you can even try it too if you want.
What am I learning? What am I doing? Subculture.
1990s pop culture Earth. Earth 1990s pop culture. If you make it. No? Okay, thank God. Everybody failed. That was close.
Okay. It's something. I look at Doc with the trump in his hand, and I'm like, "Good idea." I forgot to mention something earlier. Last time we were here, the place started fucking going mental. I forgot that little thing. People's heads just started exploding.
Oh.
Buildings started rising up into the sky.
I forgot the little thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a Yana briefing, but from him.
You know what? It was a simple fact that at that point we were just like, nah, silly, let's leave. So we just left.
Okay.
But it might be worth keeping hold of that because it could happen again. Who knows?
So what exactly are you doing that's making buildings fly up into the air?
Did you see the weird things in the sky before that happened, or was it something else?
Weird things in the sky?
Like, what was it? When the war was ending. The turtle on fire and such.
There was a rainbow on fire.
The turtle on fire.
Yeah.
There was a rainbow and it was on fire.
A rainbow, okay. We saw like a turtle with a city on fire falling down from the sky, and there was like a cloud looking like a unicorn head, which probably was was something about the eye being stolen.
Oh, interesting.
What? I thought that they told you, surely.